2020 Indian Challenger. Yeah, baby.
Have fun.
Thank you. Well, I just got off a FTR 1200, and that's a very slim, skinny bike, and she feels a big girl after that, the Challenger. But I have to say, compared with the Harley, this does feel very very light. You know, the steering is very, very good. I have a big thing about steering on my bike, so really it's a really important thing to me, and this seems to have a very light feeling front end. The high and wide bars help, but also the basic geometry. The Harley Road Glide can feel very heavy at front. It can feel quite lazy geometry, but this thing, you know, you can skip through the traffic on fairly easily. And this has the taller fitted windshield, I think, 16 inches. It's also got the engine protection bars, or the highway bars, and these highway pegs as well. And I'll get a chance to try those whilst out riding, I'm sure, but at the moment just trying out its low speed manners. And I'm going to lower the screen. You can definitely get more airflow, which is nice at low speeds, but of course it will cause buffeting at the higher speeds, and that's when the beauty of an electric screen and a big screen like this come into play. With it fully down, I can see all of the car in front of me above the windshield, which is nice. But if I roll it up, the car totally disappears. This thing is sublimely smooth. It's a really nice, just put the screen up and roll it on for you. It just feels great. It's very, very nice. It's very effortless. I noticed the audio I just kill. I noticed the volume went up then with the increase in throttle response and speed, so that's kind of a nice, interesting touch. Yeah, a lot of intercoms do that, like the Cardo Pack Talk Bold, if you listen to music through them, and it's nice that that the audio system on this does that as standard, it seems. Yeah, I'm not a fan of all the chrome surround and chrome bars and flashy chrome everywhere. It's too Harley for me. Polishing chrome don't get you home. But what I will say is that in the Dark Horse version, with the full blacked out engine and black bars and black ancillaries, it looks so much better to me. And I do like some of the paint schemes on offer. The sandstone bronze is beautiful, the kind of matte finish white is excellent as well, and I think they might actually do it in black. I'm not sure whether it's a matte black or a gloss black. You can check it out for yourself on the website. I know the gloss black, which this is on the limited, is very sparkly once the sun shines, and I like that. I want to go down this road because it's rough as anything. We've got tram lines and rail lines and stuff, but actually super comfortable. This is a very, very comfortable bike to do big miles on. My friend Eric's out west at the moment doing a 10-day tour on his new Challenger, so it'll be interesting to see how he's got on once he gets back. I'll have to have an update with Eric. Sounds pretty throaty actually when you open it up. It's definitely got some go in it, this thing. It's a big bike, but it's you know, with big bike comes ride comfort and general comfort and practicality. Good for touring, great tow up, great for carrying luggage, great wind protection for the colder months and precipitation if it starts to pour with rain. Oh, look at that tank, it's beautiful. It's got lovely sparkles of kind of gold and silver and purple and blue. I'm not sure that will come out on camera, but I hope it does. It looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, this is a nice place to spend time and sit. I do notice that I'm not sure how many miles this particular bike's done, but I noticed the seat is a lot more worn in than Eric's new bike, which to be fair, he let me have a go of when he'd only done about 100 miles, so I expect it to be a bit firm. But it's like this, it's hard to see in the direct sunlight, but it looks like it's done 3,800 miles and feels thoroughly, you know, thoroughly worn in. Yeah, Top Gear is lovely. It's very much an overdrive gear. Makes everything slow down, go smooth. Ideal for the freeway. There's another straight up here. I think I'll try these highway pegs that they've fitted to this bike, see what they're like. No problem finding neutral, unlike pretty much every Harley I've ever ridden. Yeah, Jerry likes the FTR 1200 there. He's on the carbon version with the Kropovich exhaust, and what's not to like about that, we have to say. Alright, let's quickly get up to 5th, 6th. I'll try out my highway pegs now. Made for somebody taller than 6'2" by the look of it. They're way out there, but they are comfy. I'll give them that. And let's just see how tractable this thing is. So we're down to 35, 30 in top gear. A little bit chuggy, but I mean 1,500 revs, 30 miles an hour in top gear. That is good. And then from 2, oh, you hear that? Yeah, this would definitely give your legs a nice stretch on the highway. I'd want them set back a little bit for my particular height. I don't know what kind of giraffe there was riding this press bike before me, but the you know, the running boards are comfy enough. They're really long on the Indian, which is one thing I love. One thing that Indian do so well is the really long running boards. Eric's got some gorgeous ones on his, which are kind of engraved and official Indian ones, but they are about $500, which is a lot of money for something that's already very good as standard. But heck, you know, if we really bought our bikes purely to be sensible, then we'll probably not buy them at all, right? So competition for this, Road Glide Harley, it's the obvious one. Hands down better bike in my opinion, the Challenger is, and Indian put the money where the mouth is and put Road Glides in most Indian dealers so you can ride them back to back. And if you take the Challenge, I think you'll take the Challenger. Job done. Other competition, you're looking at what other competition are you looking at? You're looking at the BMW Bagger, the K1600B. You're looking at the Honda Goldwing. I guess that would be the main challengers. BMW's got arguably a better engine. I mean, nothing's smoother than that massive 6-cylinder. Even the Goldwing isn't as smooth as it, and it hauls some ass, but it's a big heavy bike as well. Very good bike that. Needs a larger screen, doesn't have anywhere near the weather protection of this, but in terms of the way it looks and feels, very good. Love the BMW K16B. Goldwing, surprisingly enough, the Goldwing is no longer like the most torquey or the biggest and heaviest. It actually feels the sportiest of the lot. It's got a real rorty noise to its engine note now. Its engine's having to work hard, even though it's been, you know, refreshed. And it's quite a good option. A lot of tech on that bike, you know. You can get Home Link, it runs Apple CarPlay, and of course you've got a DCT option. And I think if you've got tired legs, if you like the idea of an automatic gearbox, the Wing DCT is the one for you. If you like to do 1,000,000 miles and you want them to be done reliably, the K1600B is probably the one for you, although it did have a recall this year, I believe, for the shaft, something to do with the shaft drive possibly, not sure. But BMW are very good at recalls, and that bike is a beast. It does eat rear tyres though, probably expect 4-5 thou at best out of a rear. And then if you want the American V-twin experience, it's got to be the Indian Challenger, isn't it? I mean, this it's got cornering ABS, cornering traction control, it's got 5-axis Bosch IMU, it's got big brakes on it, it's got a windshield that works, it's got great audio system, steers well, it's got great balance, and it's a thoroughly good machine, I think. Good job.
Hey you, if you want to become one of the Ride On people, don't forget to subscribe. Ride often, ride carefully, ride on.